Hi everybody, it's Honest John again. Now, participation in U.S. elections has been declining for years. Once, back in the good old days, there were 70 to 80% participation in presidential elections. The last time voter participation was more than 60% was way back in 1968. And in off-year elections, why, the percentage of voters really plummets. And it's pretty clear that many voters have become disillusioned with our electoral system. They believe that no matter who they elect, it won't change their lives, nothing will get done, that government only serves a special interest, and that it is ineffective and can't do anything right. The Tea Party sends people to Washington with exactly that goal in mind, to make government run ineffectively. And then they criticize it when they succeed. Ted Cruz is a leading GOP candidate for president, and his only accomplishment in the time that he's been in the Senate was the government shutdown. Another contributing factor is the red states, which are making it more difficult for people to vote. See, conservatives know that basically their ideas are not popular with the vast majority of the American people. So they figure their best way of winning is by limiting the amount of people who vote. So they've done things like closing down polling places in the busiest areas, creating long lines, limiting early voting, purging the voter rolls of thousands of legal voters, and voter ID laws which prevent the poor, minorities, and the elderly from voting. They claim they are preventing voter fraud, but they can't find any real examples of voter fraud, and the fact is that voter suppression is voter fraud. Also, Election Day is a working day. It's a Tuesday, which makes it hard for some people, especially those who work long hours or have more than one job, to find the time to vote. Election Day should be a national holiday, and even those places that stay open on that holiday should be required to give employees time off to go vote. But the main, or at least I think the biggest reason for lack of participation in elections is that Americans are lazy. Can't be bothered to familiarize themselves with the issues or the candidates, or to take time out of their day to go vote. But Jimmy Vaccaro has a solution that would create a huge increase in voter participation. Now, who's Jimmy Vaccaro? He's a Las Vegas bookie, and he thinks that they should legalize voting on elections. And as an experiment, he brought in some of his regular customers and asked them to handicap the 2016 elections. By the next day, they had familiarized themselves not only with the major candidates for president, but with people running for the Senate and for Congress, their stance on the issues, and their odds of getting elected. We should take a tip from fantasy football, FanDuel and DraftKings, and have people create a fantasy government that they would bet on. I think it's a brilliant idea. Nothing motivates the American people like money. And if they can make some money by voting, if they can cash in on their vote, I guarantee you that would get people off their couches and into the voting booths. Thanks for listening.